The COVID-19 related MIPS extreme and uncontrollable circumstances exception application for the MIPS 2023 performance year is available now. This is the application that providers can use if COVID-19 has significantly impacted their ability to participate in MIPS in 2023. At the time of this recording, there is no automatic COVID-related MIPS exception for the 2023 performance year, and that exception will only be granted if this application is completed and accepted. APMA members can find all of the information they need to participate in MIPS in 2023 at apma.org/MIPS 2023. Again, this application can be submitted if a provider has experienced an extreme and uncontrollable circumstance that negatively impacted their ability to participate in MIPS in 2023. And COVID-19 is provided by CMS as an example of what may be an extreme and uncontrollable circumstance. Here, copied and pasted directly from CMS is their definition of extreme and uncontrollable circumstances. And that definition includes things that cause us to be unable to collect information necessary to submit for a MIPS performance category, and or things that cause us to be unable to submit information that would be used to score a MIPS performance category for an extended period of time, and or things that might impact our normal processes, affecting our performance on cost measures and other administrative claims measures. Common examples of this final bullet that many providers have experienced in 2023 related to COVID-19 include supply chain issues, staffing issues, and perhaps continued alternative scheduling as a result of COVID-19. Again, this application is only for those who have experienced an extreme and uncontrollable circumstance in 2023 related to their ability to participate in MIPS. If you feel comfortable attesting to the fact that COVID has presented you with obstacles that make it difficult for you to participate in MIPS in 2023, that one or more of these extreme and uncontrollable circumstances apply to you in 2023 as a result of COVID-19, the way to fill out that application is to go to qpp.cms.gov, QPP standing for the Quality Payment Program. Once at that website, we must log in. For most or all of us, that requires two-factor authentication. Once we are logged in, this is the home page for one member's account, just as an example, but they all look the same with a different name, of course. And in the top left, we see the option for exceptions application. When we click on exceptions application, it takes us here. And in the bottom right, in that blue oval, we see the option with the plus sign to add new QPP exception. And if you want to apply for the full exception from the entire program for 2023, this is where to click. Once that blue oval is clicked, we see this option, and the focus of this information is if you want to apply for an exception from the entire MIPS program for all of 2023 as a result of COVID-19 serving as an extreme and uncontrollable circumstance. And if that's what you want to do, the option here is the second one, the extreme and uncontrollable circumstances exception. Again, this is if you want to apply to be exempt from the entire program for all of 2023. That second option, the one that the red arrow is pointing to. After that is clicked, you should know if you are speaking only for yourself or your group or either of the other two options on this slide. Select whichever of those is appropriate for you. There's no red arrow on this one because the options may differ for different people who are watching this, depending on what your situation is. After you select one of these, you are prompted to fill out some demographic information, your practice name selected from that drop-down menu, a contact phone number, email address. If there's a third party doing this on your behalf, they have the opportunity to fill in their information, and other staff that you might want to include in this can list their emails in that third box. And here, if you are applying for the extreme and uncontrollable circumstances exception as a result of COVID-19, the option to select here is COVID-19. There are other options there which are not pertinent, although certainly options not pertinent to this discussion. And then choose the dates during which COVID-19 presented that extreme and uncontrollable circumstance. It might be the entire year. It might be 3 months out of the year, whichever dates are pertinent for your practice, and that might differ from practice to practice. If you feel certain that the staffing shortages and or supply chain issues and or scheduling modifications, and those are just examples, whichever of those apply to you, if you are confident that that's going to last for all of 2023 and can attest to that, then choosing the entire year may be appropriate. After selecting COVID-19, we are then prompted to, in a free text, fill in the box. You can see there's a 6,000 character limit. This is a free text, describe the event. This is not merely listing COVID-19, but merely describing what the extreme and uncontrollable circumstances were or are. Some examples, again, members have described supply chain issues as a result of COVID-19, significantly impacting their processes, and a narrative description of that may be appropriate in that box. The same can be said for staffing issues, illnesses, people calling out of the office, scheduling processes in the office. Be prepared to type a full description. You can see the prompt there is to enter a brief description, not a listing, but rather a description of the event. If you have followed APMA guidance on COVID-19 in the past, you know that there are 4 categories. And here we can choose only the first 3 fit on this screen. The 4th one is on the next slide. Here we can choose which categories we want to claim this exemption for. And if you want to claim exemption from the entire program, and it is appropriate for you to do so, then all 4 categories should be checked, those being quality, promoting interoperability, improvement activities, and cost. That improvement activities is listed twice because it's just a carryover from what could fit on this slide. APMA is here to help its members and ensure you are comfortable with the MIPS program. Any questions can be directed to mips@apma.org. Thank you for your membership, and thank you for viewing this educational piece.